hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. With that, let's get you out to Silicon Valley, Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, as we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any games.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Niners heading out behind their 6-year quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy, of course, sat behind Tom Brady for much of his tenure in New England. Won his first 5 starts as a Niner in 2017, then the injury last year. So still some question marks surrounding number 10 out there under center.
Here we go. Like 20. Right. He's done right here. He's done right.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. This is Jerick McKinnon, who missed the entire 2018 campaign.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season. Really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington. And the starting crew now for San Francisco.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
Second down, McKinnon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions. I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. As we take a look at the starting quarterback, Deshaun Kaiser, the man who hails from Toledo, Ohio, and of course played his college ball at Notre Dame.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Geronimo Allison, the intended target. And it's second down. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
He was brought down by Malcolm Smith.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The 3rd year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. The pass rush specialist, Dee Ford, in on the stop. A look now at the starters on this 49er defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
They held them to just 13 points in the game. And truthfully, you can't expect them to play much better than that. That's excellent defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll try to throw here. Kaiser. And he whips that one incomplete there. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
So we have to remember this offensive unit, they've been off for the last 2 weeks. Had an open week. And so it might take them a little while to get back into rhythm. I know they worked hard to try and get past that in practice, but practice isn't game speed.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
49ers first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The tackle made by Kevin King. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo, the tight end Kittle, has it on the left side. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
First and 10.
On first down, here's Breida. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. On second down, a run with Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's third and 10. Garoppolo now. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture. Look at a big loss here as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Jones. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Richard Sherman on the tackle. A 2-yard gain on the play.
3rd and long for Kaiser. Caught by Jones. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
On first down, Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin.
Holding offense.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second down.
Throwing on second and long. Garoppolo, and he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Breida. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Now Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw, Kaiser. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, instead of fourth down after the incompletion, it'll be first down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. On second down, it's Jones. Down to about the 22 here. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 22. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon, and think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dean Lowry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, 85 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Well, I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper, right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That catch in his career is number 662, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah, who was a wide receiver at Alabama before he transitioned in the NFL. And we're seeing similar attributes here because the ability to play inside, outside, flex out, he can catch it from any position and turn it into a big play.
Now he's got his eyes on 700. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
Garoppolo, he's going to give this to Breida on the draw. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry, 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 26-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Garoppolo now, 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
Encroachment, defense.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
This is Breida. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Running out of the gun here, Breida. Preston Smith there on the stop. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd down, this is Wilson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They run with Breida, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Garoppolo, and that is incomplete.
Intended for Dante Pettis. Incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Here's Breida. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
A 1st down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. This is Breida on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On now is the 27-year-old rookie, Mitch Wisnowski, to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And this is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. On the delay, Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. They hustle to the line offensively. Kaiser urging them to move faster. And that will be incomplete.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Check down to Breida. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards there and a Niner first. They go play action here on first down. Man open, it's Goodwin. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Gold is able to put it through, and that will swell the lead to 16. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
A 52-yard attempt.
And Crosby puts it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. Listen.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
First down, Green Bay.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Now a give to Breida.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he's taken down inside the 30. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's second down.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
That's good for a 49-yard first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Wilson with a first down carry. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
2nd and 2 at the 7-yard line.
On 2nd and a couple. Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kendrick Bourne, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Key the tight end.
They run it with Breida, and he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give them the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there? Because I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Jones, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Adrian Colbert. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Kaiser. And his throw is incomplete. Jamon Moore, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Jones. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
First down.
4 yards on the dump off at 2nd down.
Complete to Jamon Moore. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Kaiser. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20. Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Garoppolo on 1st down. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Well, maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he thought he was one of the key pieces in that play and wanted to get out and execute the assignment very fast.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Breida. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He finds Matthews. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Time here to remind you that coming up later tonight on Sunday Night Football, it's the Seahawks and the Eagles from Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And then tomorrow night on Monday night, more Birds with the Ravens involved in that one. Sadly not taking on the Cardinals or Falcons, though. Instead, they'll match up with the Rams in L.A. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Kaiser. And able to find Graham, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They get Elton Jenkins, the 2nd rounder from Mississippi State. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. To throw is Kaiser. Hard throw, incomplete.
Intended for Aaron Jones. Incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On the return is Pettis. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw is Garoppolo. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Back now here in Santa Clara, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. And he uncorks a beauty, best of the day. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. From the 36, Kaiser, and that'll be incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Kaiser. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Jamon Moore. Incomplete.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Kaiser on 4th down. And this is caught. He hits more. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
A gain of 15. First down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Kaiser now gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line.
And a Packer first down.
On 1st and 10, Kaiser. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, Kaiser again. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They'll throw here, Kaiser, and he fires one incomplete. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Kaiser, Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Kaiser. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll begin the drive with Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Kaiser. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
It's caught here by Adams.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Kaiser. Complete to Jones.
Holding, offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
After the penalty, it's Jones. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Eric Armstead running down. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are able to cut into that lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they'd been down there. They'd been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, First downs, they can't touch the ball.
On the delay, here's Breida. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The Niners on third down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They run again with Breida. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of pork.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Kaiser. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From just shy of midfield, Kaiser. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything...
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Holding. Offense.
That one whistled against David Bakhtiari. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Kaiser, and that's complete to Adams. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Jamal Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Open man is born. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now it's Breida, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On third down, a run from Breida. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
This is Breida. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it.
Here we go.
Well, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit, they were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for San Francisco, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.